May I take this opportunity to welcome all of us to this official launch of the State Department for Parliamentary Affairs Strategic Plan 2023-2027. I also take this opportunity to thank you for honoring our invitation and gracing this occasion. I know you've really been waiting for a long time, but we delayed to start because of unavoidable circumstances. And we are very happy that you are patient enough to wait for this time. The occasion is very, very dear to us, not because we are launching a strategic plan, because strategic plans are launched every time, but because it is indeed the first ever strategic plan for a first of its kind state department in the government of Kenya and the region. The elevation of the government legislative agenda function to cabinet level status under the office of the Prime Cabinet Secretary and the establishment of this department is amongst the series of transformative measures that the Fifth Administration has laid out and is implementing for the enhanced management of national development priorities. The idea of an institutionalized focus on the government's legislative agenda builds on the gains that the government of Kenya has made over the years in institutionalizing an administration's development agenda. It is a testament of the administration's acknowledgement of the crucial role that policy and legislative frameworks play in anchoring its projects, programs, and other strategic objectives. Your Excellency, since receiving this mandate, a lot of the efforts that we have put in place have been to first and foremost inject a sense of certainty and harmony in the legislative agenda and parliamentary liaison space. With tremendous support and cooperation from our sister MDAs, we have, for example, put together the government legislative agenda schedule, which was approved by Cabinet as the official repository of the government's policy and legislative initiatives. This schedule has proved itself as an invaluable tool in ways we could only have imagined. Since putting it together, the Office of the Prime Cabinet Secretary has been a significant stakeholder and contributor in assessments of the status of government's milestone in a number of identified fronts. We are now able to talk about the extent and reach of the government's legislative and policy work at a level of impact and detail that was previously impossible. We can talk of numbers such as 720, 772, and more recently, 1025 initiatives. We can also talk of and report on performance level across sectors in government. We can also talk about what is in Parliament, what is at Cabinet, what is at public participation level, what is still at drafting, and the like. In the GLA schedule, we now have a platform from which to have regular conversations with MDAs on their hits and misses, and our role is assisting them deliver. In the relatively short time that we have been around, Your Excellency, we have also developed various coordination tools that also received Cabinet approval. They include the Public Policy Handbook for Kenya and the Guidelines for the Development of National Government Policy and Legislation. And it is indeed true what the DG Kenya School of Government said, that we are going to partner together. We embrace the whole of government approach, and we will partner together to ensure that this, we build capacity of MDAs to be able to understand what is in these public policy handbooks, what is in these guidelines for the development of national government policy, the legislation, so that we have standardized policies being developed across government. I can confirm, Your Excellency, that the uptake and implementation of these tools at the technical level in government has been very, very impressive. The State Department pledges to continue in its sensitization and capacity building interventions to ensure that 100% uptake and compliance is progressively achieved across MDAs. The State Department also continues to play the day-to-day parliamentary liaison role. Part of this role entails management of the parliamentary liaison services across MDAs to ensure that Parliament has dedicated points of contact to facilitate prioritization and responsiveness to parliamentary business. We also continue, Your Excellency, to upscale our parliamentary interventions, which include engagement and collaboration with Parliament's leadership on various items of interest to the Executive. We also continue supporting, Your Excellency, reporting obligations to Cabinet. I thank you, Your Excellency, for your continued confidence in our capacity to support you in this very important interface with Parliament. The strategic plan sets us on a great trajectory to build on the foundation blocks put in place in the 2 years of our existence, as well as open up new frontiers of our mandates, such as the rollout of additional coordination tools, such as the legislative agenda tracking information system and the legislative drafting tools, the conclusion and implementation of the parliamentary liaison framework, and even closer collaboration with Parliament in areas such as implementation of parliamentary resolutions and the Executive's undertakings to Parliament. Your Excellency, our foundation blocks are ingrained in the strategic goals and the key results areas that have been highlighted in the presentation that was done earlier. It is our intention, Your Excellency, that in implementing them through the strategies and activities set out in the strategic plan, we shall achieve various outcomes, which include the effective implementation of the government legislative agenda, the expeditious and seamless execution of government business in Parliament, increased citizen satisfaction and support of government initiatives, and a marked improvement of our human resource capacities and productivity. Your Excellency, I would like to take this opportunity to sincerely thank you for your leadership and support to our State Department since its inception. Your counsel, Your Excellency, your advice, your support has really brought us this far. Your vision has ensured the ship remains steady and that critical milestones in the State Department's journey are realized. I would also like to take this opportunity to appreciate the service and dedication of all those who contributed to the development of this strategic plan, including my great team, the staff of the State Department for Parliamentary Affairs, Conrad, ACT, PFMR, yes, from the National Treasury, and many others who've really supported us, KIPRA, Kenya Law Reform Commission, and so many other partners who work with us. As we embark on the work that the plan cuts out for us, I most honorably request for the collaboration and support from all our stakeholders. I'm confident that through our collective efforts, we shall achieve our goals and realize the great potential of this great nation.